Well, we are nearing the completion of the championship, and that means it's nearing, the excitement is building, and more tension. And that's going to be the story here today in beautiful St. George's, Grenada. Clear blue skies and no threat of rain whatsoever, but be very careful because the heat is going to be blistering. And if you're going to enjoy the heat, why not enjoy it here at the National Stadium in a beautiful game of cricket? Hi, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the second round of competition in the Spice Isle Dream 11 T10 tournament. My name is Jason Skeet. With me is Raphael Crony. Down on the ground is Kerry Frank, and he's got the toss.
It is a beautiful Sunday here in the Spice Isle, Grenada, as we get set for the knockout stage of the Spice Isle T10 tournament Season 3. We are set for the first match today, which is going to be the Eliminator 1. The teams finishing 3 and 4 on the table are about to spin the toss to see who bat first and who will bowl first. We have with us the match referee Norman Gilbert, our two captains, Daryl Cyrus of the Saffron Strikers and Preston McSween of the Clove Challengers. Match referee, over to you. Cyrus will toss, McSween will call. The call is a tail, and it's a head. Daryl Cyrus, you have won the toss, an important toss to win in an important match. What would be the decision of the Saffron Strikers?
The Saffron Strikers will have a bowl first today.
You guys know that it's basically one and done for you guys at this stage. The winner will play a next match tomorrow, and the loser will not have a chance of qualifying for the final. So I guess it's give all today.
Yeah, definitely. It's just a matter of treating this game as a finals, you know. We know once we lose, that's it. So it's just a matter of going and get a result.
Bowling first, what do you think would be a good total you would want to chase down later on?
Anything under 80, I think, is a good total that my batters can get.
All right, Daryl, all the best for this match, and we wish you guys the best in the encounter.
All right, thanks.
Preston, you're asked to bat first on this wicket, had a few options of batting first. What do you think would be something you'd want to give yourself to defend in the back end of the match?
As I said from the beginning, we have no expectation. It's all about playing good cricket, and being smart. And that's the main thing for us for this game going forward. Yesterday
was not so clinical with the bat. I'm sure you want to get it right today in this important matchup.
Of course, it's always disappointing when, you choose the bat and, the batsmen didn't really show up the way that they should. But it's a game of cricket, and this is what happens sometimes. Sometimes you actually make a decision and it doesn't work. So you have to just go back to the drawing board and start all over and rethink and see how best you could, come back from that situation.
It is the first time that Clove is playing in this stage of a tournament in the tournament's history. What is the mood among the guys in the camp, and what word of advice did you have for them coming up today?
Well, as you see, we're making strides steadily. It's all about just building, and we just having that confidence in ourselves to just go a day and represent, even if we're playing against islanders from different countries or whatever it is, as one of the only local-based teams, so all in all, it's a good fight for us, even representing in Grenada. So that's just it.
All right, well, Preston, congratulations on your past performance and all the best for this encounter.
Thank you.
So that's the news from the middle from the Eliminator 1. Saffron Strikers have won the toss, and they've asked Clove Challengers to bat first.
Well, that's the story there. Just as you heard, that the Saffron Strikers they would have won the toss, and they are asking the Clove Challengers to head out into the middle and have a knock. We've got to go back down to Kerry in just a little bit, but just before we go there, let's take a quick look at these teams, Raphael Crony. First of all, the Saffron Strikers, they've been there about really, just knocking on the door. A pretty good team, decent team, balanced team, but they've not clicked all together just yet.
Yes, certainly you're not right. You're right. They have really clicked together as a team. The likes of Cyrus and Gian Benjamin, who would have seen has shown tremendous ability, haven't been able to get on. And they would be looking for a turnaround in terms of the performance, an all-round performance. If they're going to come out on top today, I'm sure that they are looking to put on a performance that we haven't seen in the tournament so far.
Yeah, quite sure. They definitely need it. Young Gian Benjamin probably just need to go back to where he started the tournament. Instead of looking for the big hits, maybe just carving the ball around the park and picking up easy runs, because he has done that a couple of times, and he has shown that he's very much capable of racking up runs when he does that.
Yeah, he has to play his game. Don't try to play a game that you're not used to. You bat sensibly, or they picking up the ones and the twos, and when the bad delivery comes, you put it away. And we have seen that he has the ability to do that. You just have to bat, the way he knows how to play it, and don't try to do something that he's not used to.
Stephen Nettram has been having a streak of bad luck recently, not finishing, and also Javel St. Paul. They would really need, these Saffron strikers will need Javel St. Paul to be on his A game right through.
So all these players that need to really come up in terms of the performance. Nettram, we haven't seen him. He's a good player, and we haven't really seen come off his own. And as you rightly say, you know, people like Anil Matthew, who at one time opened the batting, we haven't seen much of him neither. But they will all have to come together, right, if they're going to really set a good platform for Saffron strikers.
All right. Well, Cyrus Alexander, Benjamin, Buddy, Charles, Jassat, Nikobe John is out. Ryan John is in, but Sherman Lewis is out. So Nikobe John and Ryan Lewis is out of the, and Nikobe John and Sherman Lewis is out of the squad. Matthew, Nettram, St. Paul, and Williams.
Out Sherman Lewis, a senior player, important player in my view on the team. Let's hope that he's fully fit and is not out because of fitness. Some important games like a final.
All right, quickly, let's run through the Clove challenges because Kerry's blistering down in the hot sun there. Let's look at the two who are out for the Clove challenges, Kellis Andrew and Shion Andrew. What's your take on that?
Well, Kellis Andrew, and he have been playing pretty well. He's one of the fast bowlers who have done well. He's a young player, just coming off the Under-19 tournament held in St. Lucia, and has shown that he do have the ability to be at this level. A little bit surprising that he's out, but we does not know exactly why. Looking at the team, Preston McSween, Michael Dubisset is there. Then we have the top player in Darren Ned. They are key players that really they will depend on. Hassan Jackson. So they do have some players that really can perform at the highest level, and one would expect that these players are the players that we'll be looking to.
I think they're the most balanced team in the competition, and once they click, they're going to be a dangerous bunch. So they've got Noel, Ned, Matthew, Mason, Jackson, Hazard, George, Dubisset, Charles, the two Charles, Shakim Charles and Reynald Charles, and led by Preston McSween. All right, so Hazard is out today. No, Hazard is in. The two out is Shion Andrew and Kellis Andrew. All right, Hazard, of course, at the wicket, keeping wicket. Kerry is down on the field. We're at the stage now where we're getting into the eliminators and the qualifiers and all the semantics of the competition. And there's no better person to break that down for us than Kerry. Kerry, go ahead, talk to us. Give us the difference and break it down for us. The eliminator, the qualifier, what can folks really expect?
All right, thank you very much, Jason, and good day to all our viewers wherever you're taking in the broadcast from. Before I start, I just wanted to make one slight correction to the players that was left out for Clove Challengers. I think Crooney mentioned that Kellis Andrew, the young fast bowler, but actually that is Kelshawn Andrew. He's playing with Bayleaf Blasters. Kellis Andrew is a young under-19 player also from the island, sister island of Karakou. So quite a bit of distinction there. So
hold on, because the list we have here says Kellis Andrew is out and Shion Andrew is out. Is that incorrect?
No, that is correct. What I heard came in over the commentary was that Kellis was described as a young fast bowler. Okay. He's actually a batsman from the sister island of Karakou. So it's two separate players we're talking about. Kelshawn Andrew, who plays with Bayleaf, and Kellis, who plays with Clove Challengers.
All right, go ahead.
So
break it down
just to go back to the breakdown, we have they basically give benefits to the teams who finish top two in the table. They will have two opportunities to get into the final. So this morning, or the first match today, we have the Eliminator 1. That is 3 versus 4. The winner of that match goes on to play the loser of this afternoon's match between Nutmeg and Bayleaf. And the loser of this encounter, they will basically go and play for 4th and 5th in the tournament, which is going to happen on Tuesday morning. The first game on Tuesday. So just to recap again, 1 versus 2 this afternoon. The winner goes straight to the final. Plays the winner of this match that we are about to start.
All right, that's quite clear. All right, thank you very much, Kerry. So as we see here now on your screen, the Saffron Strikers are heading out. The umpires are out already, and the Saffron Strikers are heading out, and the Clove Challengers out in the middle. It looks like Lyndon Mason and Darren Ned. So Lyndon Mason and Darren Ned will open the batting for the Clove Challengers. Your take on that switch up?
Well, we have seen a change of strategy right away. Darren Ned has been given the opportunity to open. Good platform. You know, he has shown glimpses of his brilliance. Had a couple good innings in the tournament. Now, this is an opportunity for him to lead from in front. And the Clove Challengers really will be hoping that, you know, they were going to set this sort of foundation that will propel them to really a good competitive score. This is like a final knockout, and they will be hoping to really put a good score on the board and effort to put some pressure on Saffron strikers.
All right, well, they're going to require a whole lot of these Saffron strikers because they will really need Ryan John to race in today. He's been known to generate some pace and could get some good movement off the turf. They would need him to step up big today. Ryan John, he needs to play one of his best games today. Also, Ryshawn Williams would really need to be spot on. Javel St. Paul needs to be really attentive in the field. And Daryl Cyrus, we know he's capable of bowling some serious leg breaks that can cause a whole lot of trouble. His team will need him today as the captain.
Yeah, this is a big game. This is the biggest game in the tournament. So far, one can safely say this is the biggest game. A knockout, and therefore both teams.
All right. The action has started. The call is catch, and immediately a wicket goes down. Oh, look at that. Immediately, first strike, first blood had been taken, and Kem Charles is in on the action. A lethal delivery, and it picked off the wicket of Darren Ned. He's in trouble. He's gone.
Yeah, what a big wicket. Really big wicket there. Ball pitch up, and Ned looking to hit over cover. Comes off the edge and goes down to the short third man. And that catch being taken there by Anil Matthew. What a big blow. Kem Charles, your spinner, coming in, and for the first time we have probably seen him coming in to open the bowling for Saffron strikers. Major blow struck there by Saffron strikers.
I mean, quite sure this is not what the Clove Challengers would have expected, especially from Kem Charles. He was batting lower down the order for the tournament so far, and he really could give the ball a good strike, but he was nowhere near it. Was found reaching for it, and he paid the price dearly.
Yeah, actually he stood where he was and reached for it, whereas if he just come across, he really would have been in good position to place that ball where he wanted. And comes up the edge and really was a good catch and taken at short third man position.
Well, first blood has been struck. The Clove Challengers are in a serious bind right now. No runs on the board, 1 wicket down already, and Kem Charles has just started. A wide ball being called, tempting the new batsman. The new batsman is Javed Hazard. The Clove Challengers would really need him to get up to par right now. It's a good ball.
Yeah, Jason, I can tell you that Kem Charles is going to continue to pitch that ball a little wide and wide out off stump, asking the batsman to chase it.
This time he's playing it, getting some middle on it. Runs out into the offside. The one run, the first run off the bat for the day for the Clove Challengers. They are 2 for 1.
A little bit closer to the off stump, so the batsman was able to get on top of it, Hazard, and played it really nicely down to cover the fielder on the boundary.
Stuff, Kev. Good stuff, Kev. Good stuff, boys.
Good start by Kem Charles.
Keep going, man. Keep going,
It's
man.
a dream start, really. Couldn't ask for much more than that.
There we go, boys. There we go, fellas. Support somebody, guys. Keep going, Skilly. Keep going, Skilly. Right through, gentlemen. Right through, boys.
Let's start from out here.
Going, Cam. Keep going, Cam.
Close, anxious moments. Anxious moments, nail-biting moments. He's beaten him again. He has Lyndon Mason in all sorts of confusion.
Yeah, Charles continued to keep it just outside the off stump. This one really going straight on with the angler.
Go on, Cam. Keep going, Cam. Run.
Sharp single taken there to end the over. Just 3 runs coming off the over, but more importantly for the Saffron strikers, a wicket going down, the wicket of Darren Ned, caught off the very first ball by Anil Matthew, and Kem Charles striking very early.
Yeah, good over by Kem Charles. I think it's probably the first time we would have seen him opening the bowling for Saffron strikers during the tournament. And really, he has been keeping it just outside the off stump and pushing it a little bit wider, asking the batsman to go after it. And first delivery, Ned, I think guilty of pulling away from the delivery and tried to hit it over cover. And it came out there, sticking at that short third man position. But good start by the Saffron strikers.
A dream start. They would have really wanted to pick up a wicket first over, and they did that very first ball. So that's a dream start for these Saffron strikers. Now, Delaney Alexander, more spin, this time from the Dabo end. Alexander has Lyndon Mason in his side still. Well, he is continue to struggle, Mason.
Yeah, just seem to be struggling against the slower bowlers. And again,
you don't want to be going down the leg side. The pressure is on, you got to keep it on.
yeah, just change of strategy, opening with spin at both ends. And also, I think probably it's the first time we have seen it in the tournament.
Again, looking to play through the offside. Just not keeping his eyes on it. As a matter of fact, no, we saw spin being opening from both ends. I think it was the day before yesterday. And that was a ripper, really, because wickets were tumbling. Remember that old song we used to sing back in primary school days, 10 green bottles standing on the wall?
So that probably...
This time more gently and delicately played. They hurry on for the single. They thought was 2 on the overthrow, but wisely deciding against it.
Yeah, just making a point, Jason. That probably would have been a match, I think, with the team scored 54. Started with spin. So again, we've seen how challenging it is when you have spin starting off the attack.
Now this particular strip has been holding up just a little bit. The strip that started the competition, the strip to the right of this one, is a little bit more true. He's driving back past the bowler, safe shot. Ryan John down in the deep does the work, coming around from long on, and just the one.
Yeah, ball give him a bit of a not getting hold of it as it was played down to long on. But he was able to pick up another single.
So Delaney Alexander into the attack. This time he's tugged him away onto the onside. The call is 1. They will contemplate the 2. They will come for it. It's going to be close, but eventually turning out to be a safe 2. They need to have more serious, purposeful running between the wickets, these Clove challengers. They've already been pegged back. Very first delivery of the match.
Yeah, always 2 in that shot was played down to mid wicket. The fielder had some running to do to his right, but they were running just a bit slow. But really, there was always two runs on.
This time he's played through the offside. Sloppy work there. 1. And they're coming back for 2 now. The throw comes in. This one is going to be a little bit closer, but he makes it home in the nick of time. So Lyndon Mason makes it home. That's the end of over number 2. And the Clove challengers are 10 for 1 after 2.
Yeah, just a bit of sloppy feeling there by Anil Matthew. Ball shortish and hit square. And really should have been stopped in that position. Went right through Anil Matthew, and they was able to pick up 2 runs. But a quiet start. Saffron strikers keeping it fairly quiet, picking up that all-important wicket of Darren Ned. First delivery, and they are 10 for 1 after 2.
10 for 1 after 2. Would not have been expecting this. He's penalized for a while again, but Kim Charles is just pushing it so there, as you say, and asking the batsman to come at him. This time he's ballooned this one, trying to go back past the bowler. Dangerous, anxious moments here. Is he going to be taken? Yes, he's taken. He's gone, and that's the end of it. Javed Hazard has ballooned one down the ground, not going very far, not where he intended, and that's the end of that. So the Clove Challengers now 11 for 2.
Yeah, bad shot by Hazard. Really, the choice of shots was really bad. Went outside the off stump and tried to swing this one somewhere along on, just was able to get it to mid-on. And the fielder, they're coming in and take that Natrum coming in and take a rather simple catch. But we have seen Hazard in the last few games that he would have played really not showing the ability that he has in terms of his batting. I thought it was really disappointing the way he batted. He had a good start, but these last 2 innings that he would have played really didn't show the quality of the player that he is in terms of stroke making. And there again, we have seen it really a poor shot, just swinging right across. Having lost the important wicket of Ned with the first ball, you'd really want to put on your head and bat. And just being able to get this one to mid-on. Again, Kem Charles picking up his 2nd wicket. Really a dream start for the Saffron Strikers.
More of a dream start for Kem Charles himself. He would remember this day. He would love this day.
Good start, man. Good start, man. Loving your work, Cam.
That's all right. That's all right.
Tempting batsman to come after him, increasing the total from the extras column. So they're in a very watchful mood now because, of course, with Haston Jackson inside there, he would want to stay for as long as possible.
Yeah, very important that they have some sort of partnership.
Don't stress it. Don't stress it too much, Joey.
Yes, he will continue to bowl wide, and with a short third man and a backward point, fine. More of a gully position, deepest. You know, these players are there really for the shot that is attempted with the ball coming off the edge.
Oh yes.
Much better one. Good work behind the stumps. Benjamin very nimble behind the stumps.
Yeah, and more pressure with John putting himself on first slip.
That's it. That's the story. Another one going down under the dangerous batting of Haston Jackson. They will not have these Clove Challengers, and he's gone. That's the end of him.
Yeah, interesting delivery. Pitcherwell really, and Jackson again hit in front. Probably maybe would have hit the off stump as you were going back to play on the back foot to play it on the onside, and the umpire judged the leg before. So another blow struck by the Saffron Strikers.
You always want to be playing on the front foot. I keep saying. You want to be on the front foot all the time, and you know, so giving yourself the chance to stay and eliminating the possibility of a leg before. You know, as a spinner, use your feet and always try to be on the front foot.
Yeah, it was a shorter delivery, but was a quicker delivery. It came to quicker, and he looking to play on the back foot. They really rush onto him and just hit the stump, and probably would have been just hit the off stump.
So Shakim Charles comes into the attack, comes into the wicket, sorry, for the Clove Challengers, Shakim Charles, and the Clove Challengers are 13 for 3, and we are still inside over number 3.
One on turn, man.
One more delivery.
One on turn, gents.
Well, that's an awesome spell there from Kem Charles, because he's picked up 3 wickets in his 2 overs for just 6 runs. It's an awesome, that's a dream start for him. He has brought his best bowling to this eliminator.
Yeah, and Saffron strikers really, the start that they had really probably would not have been expecting such a start, but picking up 3 wickets in 3 overs, just 13 runs being scored, really is in charge of things, and we really want to keep the pressure on Clove challengers.
The Clove challengers are in the principal's office, really. He couldn't get any more dangerous than this. Delaney Alexander will continue. More spin. Lyndon Mason and Shakim Charles are there. He's trying to heist it, and he does clear the boundary. So that's a power 8 maximum, the first power 8 maximum of the day. And Lyndon Mason, who was bogged down for a while, latched onto that one and cleared the boundary. Good shot.
Yeah, good shot ball over pitch, and he came forward and hit it over a mid-wicket area, and that went for the first maximum. But again, he had the advantage of really freeing his arm.
Nice hit in front. The umpire says no, that one might just be drifting down leg, but that's close right there, Crony.
Well, it certainly looked very close from where we sit here, so we'll have another look at it.
I don't know. I think he's been given a life. He's been living dangerously. He's a cat with maybe more than 9 lives. No, because Lyndon Mason has been in all sorts of confusion. He's been in a blender whole morning, really, just freeing himself there in the last delivery. But that one looked extraordinarily close.
Yeah.
This time he turns it into the onside, picking up a single.
Yeah, I think he's fortunate to be there still. Really was a hit on the back foot, so the ball hadn't much to travel.
He's been really put in a blender whole morning. This Lyndon Mason, the spinners, they would have weaved a web around him. Again, maybe some bat involved.
Yeah, this one look as if you have gone down the leg side. Just my foresight of it. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, this one will look that probably would have.
Again, he's playing back, limiting himself and opening up more possibilities for these spin bowlers. One more delivery in the over from Delaney Alexander. And just one to end the over. So at the end of 4, at the end of the power play, the Clove challengers are 21 for 3.
Yeah, good start by the Saffron strikers, and probably could have even be worse, but 21 for 3. Alexander in his 2 overs went for 15 and didn't take a wicket. And Kem Charles, a dream start, 2 overs, no mean 6 runs, 3 wickets. And the Saffron strikers really has taken the first advantage in this all-important game, having the Clove challengers 21 for 3 after 4 overs.
Keep going, Jets.
Well, it's going to be even more challenging for them because the skipper has now inserted himself into the attack, the leg break bowler, Daryl Cyrus. So the Saffron strikers still going with a full spin attack up until this point. We're inside the 5th. We're getting ready for the 5th over now.
Yeah, good move by Cyrus to come on. You have seen the difficulty the batsmen have with the slower bowlers. And his leg spin, we're probably going to see him looking to push it through really and try to beat batsmen. Have them probably to play on the back foot again.
Guys, skipper. Guys, skip. Oh, yes. Start, Scott. Good start, Scotty.
Again, he's bang on to start. This Daryl Cyrus understands the importance of this game today. Again, the winner of this game today the winner of this game 1 will play the loser of game 2 for a chance to get into the semi-finals.
Yeah, that's right. Good line by Cyrus, again pushing it through. giving the batsman much time or room.
Just one.
Just one fortunate to get one there, because had the fielding been a lot cleaner and the throw rifled in, it could have been another heart-wrenching moment for the Clove challengers.
Yeah, bad miss. I think the batsman actually give up.
It
was sloppy fielding by the point fielder.
There's a safe shot straight back over the head of the bowler. Can't get to the boundary. Oh, some confusion there now. Two batsmen in one crease. And really, it should have been two. What happened?
Yes, certainly the communication is not right. Take one, the batsman, the running down to the non-strikers, and really it had been some confusion there. Mason and Charles really has lacked the communication that was necessary there, but there should have been 2 runs there.
It was always two hitting gone over the bowler's head, the safest place to hit. And with no fielder in sight and a lot of cleaning up work to be done, really should have been 2. Anyhow, the drama continues for the Clove challengers. They're 22 for 3. Yes, no dangerous moments here. Oh, he just barely got back home. So a total lack of communication there, total disarray outside the Clove challengers. Maybe the pressure getting to them, Raphael Crony.
Yes, certainly, but another chance going a begging day, and we see Shakim Child really coming on that ball, taking on the pad and rushing down. And the striker Lyndon Mason, it was difficult for him to move there. Didn't travel very far.
Well done.
As you rightly say, the communication really is lacking between both batsmen.
1 and turn, man. 1 and turn. Your time, Willie.
Good bowling there. And a pretty decent over from Darrell Cyrus. Just 1 run coming off the over and a mountain of chances being, gone a begging, because he's had just about 2 or 3 opportunities there for runouts. Had the fielding been spot on, things might have been different.
Yeah, probably 3 opportunities in that over for runner. The first delivery was hit a backward point and a little misfield. The batsman was able to make the ground. Then we see one coming off the pad and one going to long off, where really there was confusion. So there could have been a run out in either of these occasions. But again, pressure continued to build on Clove challengers. We have had 5 overs completed, 22 for 3. And, I just say that the Saffron strikers are totally in charge.
In charge there, and they're taking full command of it, because more spin coming again. This time, Ryshawn Williams coming in from the Darbo end. So a 4-crown spin attack. Turning down the back of the square, just 1. Thinking about the second, wisely deciding against it.
Well, they had a mid-wicket discussion, Jason, and one hopes that, in that discussion, they will sort of attempt to put things right, and we probably might see them moving a little bit better in terms of running between the wicket.
Come on, left arm over to you.
So they've been contented to just milk it around and pick up the 1s and 2s and try to see how best they can see off these spinners. A lot of acreage outside there in front of the bat on the onside.
Yeah, well, as we look at the leg side field, we'll come back to it. Yeah, as we look at the leg side field, a short fine leg, backward square right back on the boundary, a mid-wicket right back on the boundary, and a long one on the boundary. So really a lot of space.
Just 1. Ryan John does the work in the deep. So no need to really hit it too hard. No, they've got to play more sensible cricket. Just a gentle push down the ground would have yielded 2 runs and not a powerful strike for 1.
Yeah, you're certainly right. Just a push it on the onside, and it's 2 runs for the taking anywhere on the leg side.
Well, this time, surely it will get to the boundary for 4. He has decided to come straight back past the bowler, this time with a little bit more purpose and a cleaner strike. And it does dissect the 2 fielders on the on and the off and long, coming around, and a power 8 cracking 4. Welcome runs for these Clove challengers.
Yeah, it's one of the more positive shots we have seen. This was shortish and hit straight back. And I think it passed really quickly. And the bowler didn't have a chance to put his hands up, and it went down to the boundary for 4.
This time a more purposeful strike. It wouldn't carry to the fielder. Just missing out. Just missing out. They're coming back for more. And eventually making it. Must be some really anxious moments there. Lyndon Mason continues to live dangerously. We say he's a cat with 9 lives. He has had more than 9 chances already, I'm quite sure, for the morning.
Well, a good effort by Buddy. He got both hands hit, and I think he would be disappointed he didn't hold the catch. And that's one. Given some air and hit down to long off. Buddy, who was fairly straight, had to run to his left. He got both hands hit. And probably will be disappointed they didn't hold on to it. But really good effort. The first over by Williams going for 9. And after 6 overs, 31 for 3.
So really, they've been driving with rotors stuck inside the brake pads. These Clove challengers going absolutely nowhere and screeching as they crawl along.
Yes, it really have been slow going for the Clove challengers. Spinners making it very difficult.
Darrell Williams will continue, finish out his spell. He's bowled just 1 over for 1 run.
And we have seen, Jason, that the field continues. A lot of space on the leg side field with 3 players right back on the boundary.
Close, anxious again. Still deciding to go on the back foot for the leg spinner. Shakim Charles living dangerously.
Yeah, and Cyrus is really pushing it through and really doesn't give the batsman time on the back foot.
Just a little bit high. This time he plays it nicely, comfortably, cleanly. That's an awesome stroke by Shakim Charles. And through the offside, 4 runs, a power 8 cracking 4.
Yeah, good shot. Over pitch delivery, given the right treatment as he came forward and hit. And a lot of space on the offside. Just 1 fielder that is on the boundary, but really a lot of space. And it was played really smoothly through extra cover for 4.
Well, Darrell Cyrus clearly have no issues now in giving these Clove challengers 1s and 2s. So he's placed a whole lot of protection on the boundaries.
That's 1.
Again, he's been contented just giving them 1, knowing that going at this rate they can only get to a maximum of 55. He would be comfortable with that, Darrell Cyrus. Contemplating, just making some minor adjustments. He's always a thinking bowler, isn't he?
Yes, always thinking, looking at his field, making adjustment.
Just 1, just 1.
Score is just 1. I'm quite sure they will get more than 1. They should. Not so clean work down the deep there, so which afforded the batsman to come back for a second.
Yeah, a full toss actually hit down to long off, and there was always 2 runs. See, the fielder had long off, had some running to do to his left. Just fumbled a bit, but there was always 2 runs.
This time he decides to go all the way full length, and it's well taken on the edge of the boundary. That's nothing short of magnificent. Look at an awesome catch. Just on the edge of the boundary, very well aware of his circumstances and his situation, and some really good work down in the deep.
Yeah, great catch by Natram. Again, the batsman not getting close enough to that delivery, so he was not able to get the power. And he may swing in down the long one, and Natram having to come up to his left, really had to jump to his left and take a really good catch just inside the boundary.
Well, Lyndon Mason lives has run out, so to speak, and Stephen Nettram taking a really good catch down in the deep of the bowling of Daryl Cyrus, picking up his first wicket with just one more delivery remaining. He has gone for 8 runs already for his one, and just picking up the 1 wicket. So some really tidy bowling and fielding from these Saffron strikers.
Yeah, really good catch taken there, and the catching have been good. Just there have been probably a few with the feeling in terms of the opportunities they had, they didn't take in terms of the run out. But that has really been one of the top catches we have seen in the tournament.
Well, Preston McSween is at the wicket, the captain for the Clove Challengers. He's belting Daryl Cyrus all the way down the ground. Wouldn't be the fielder, just one. These Clove Challengers, really, they've been called to the principal's office this afternoon, very early.
Yeah, 39 for 4. And Cyrus just completed his second over. I picked up 1 for 9. And the Clove Challengers really up against it. McSween probably would be very disappointed hearing him speak this morning. You've seen that, you know, the opportunity to bat first, and the batsman didn't come good in the previous game. And no, they also had the opportunity to bat first today. And really, again, the batsman really have not come on and really pushed them in this situation at 39 for 4. Really, in 7 overs, really up against it.
Oh, that's really a minuscule total for 70 overs, especially in a T10 tournament. And they would really want to do a whole lot better than that. Ryan John is getting ready to come into the attack now from the Darbo end for the Saffron strikers.
Well, we had 4 overs, 6, probably about 6 overs of spin. We see in the first pace bowling. Probably might be a little easier for the batsman. One hope might be a little bit easier with the ball coming onto the bat. But John, as we know, will want to keep the ball right up and make it really difficult. Probably just give them the opportunity of playing straight.
Over number 8 is about to start. Immediately Ryan John is into the body and fended off there by the batsman. So the first 7 overs, spin. Kem Charles, Delaney Alexander, Daryl Cyrus, all bowling 2, and Ryshawn Williams bowling 1. The first 7 overs this afternoon in match number 1.
Yes.
Full spin attack.
Yeah, and it has really paid off. Really, in just 40 runs being scored and 4 wickets being picked up. So they probably would have been happy if they have another spinner to come on.
Surely the umpire has gone down to the boundary, and the umpire's signal buys.
Yeah, again, this one really wide. Keeper moving to his right. Really was difficult for Benjamin there as that ball pitched wide and was moving wider. And fortunate just to be signal buys there. But 4 added to the total, 44 for 4.
They wouldn't mind that. Benjamin had to have some sort of elasticity to him to even get close to that one. He's not made of elastic. He's not a cartoon character by any means. So there's only so far he can go. This time he's wide and smacked up the ground. Just the one.
Yeah, John is aiming to keep it right up, full outside the off stump. This one was hit down to mid-off. You see the batsman just giving himself a little bit of room. Again, looking to clear the offside field. But he will continue to try to bowl a full length Yorker. Now he's going over the wicket. This is the area I think really should be bowling over the wicket instead of around the wicket.
Short delivery. Eluding the batsman.
Yeah, and we have seen, Jason, when the bowlers put their back into it, and this was a quick delivery, bouncing just about the shoulder height. And Maxwell looking to pull was late into the shot.
He has picked up 15 wickets already in this format of the game, and with an economy rate of just under 8.5. He's a threatening bowler if he really bends his back. Slower delivery, picked up but not dispatched. It was full as well. And just the one out on mid-wicket.
Yeah, as you said, slower delivery, Max. Early into the shot and played it down to square leg. There's a square leg on the boundary. So they pick up one more. It wouldn't be too perturbed about the singles.
That's a great shot. That's a magnificent strike. It scorched the ground back past the bowler. From the minute time it left the bat, it stayed on the turf and it left a trail of burnt grass heading to the boundary. That's an awesome shot.
Yeah, very good shot by Maxwell. John again looking to bring the ball Yorker length, but anytime you miss your length in terms of going for the Yorker would be over pitch, and I think Maxwell really hit it well, straight back past the bowler, no danger. Really a confident shot played by Maxwell.
The Clove challengers are 50 for 4 at the end of 8. And they would really want to find someone who can bring a cameo to the table. Preston McSween is much more than capable of doing something like that. So they would really need him to get off right now, these Clove challengers.
I think they would be happy to get 25 in the next 2 overs. And now we have seen the faster bowlers coming on. And John in his first over going for 7.
Javel St. Paul will come on. Remember, Ryshawn Williams still has 1 over to bowl. He's a left arm off break bowler.
Left from, orthodox bowler. But his first over, he just seemed to be getting the ball to come into the right-handed batsman. Just seemed to be going further down the leg side.
Ken and Maxwell looking to give St. Paul the full treatment, not making clean connection, just the one.
Yeah, pitch up again, piece of that delivery. And Maxwell looking to hit it straighter, but playing too early, you actually dragged it down to that mid-wicket region, straightish mid-wicket.
Again, it's ill-advised shot. They're still trying to get to the boundary, these Clove challengers, but there's lots of room on the inside because the boundaries are well protected, particularly on the onside. So any little dab on the onside will pick up 2 or more runs.
Very interesting field set on the leg side. No one is in to stop a single or even 2 runs. So the leg side field, there's long on the ropes, there's mid-wicket straight on the rope, there's backward square right back, and there's also fine leg right back. So there's nobody in the circle. A really strange leg side field. A lot of gaps on the leg side.
Good shot, delicately played. Just one, but there's protection. The offside is packed with an inner ring, and just one man down in the deep, a whitish third man.
Yes, shortish delivery there, and the batsman was on top of it and played it nicely down to that third man area, third man being wide.
Okay, and Maxwell was miles away from that, trying to hike it over mid-wicket, and no need for that. He needs to survey the territory and pay attention to what's happening, because there are acres of space there for easy runs if they would only run between the wickets.
A good variation shown by St. Paul. Yeah, we have seen him in this over really using a lot of variation, the slower deliveries, you know, the quicker ones, you know, throwing it wide. This one just throwing down the leg side a bit. And Benjamin taking neatly down the leg side.
This time, there's all sorts of tangling there. But that's the end of the over. And after 9, the Clove challengers are 54 for 4.
Yeah, good over by St. Paul. Just going for 3, not over. But mixing it up really and making it difficult for the batsman. The Clove challengers really continue to struggle. They are 54 for 4. And we have already has 9 overs completed. Saffron striker really will be happy with their outing this morning. Remember, and then this game is really a knockout game, important game. The winning team will go on.
Well, Ryan John is going to continue from the Dabo end, and this is the final over. Preston McSween is on strike. Shakim Charles is at the non-strikers end. And really, they would want to see how much they can pick up. Similar field again. The leg side is protected only on the boundary, and there's an inner ring on the offside. The call is run and run hard. They're going to be coming back for 2. No, they decided against it. Smart move, because the wicket would have gone down. The throw came in like a bullet.
Yeah, good work on the boundary there. Seemed to be St. Paul. Again, right up. John bringing his delivery right up. The batsman looking for the big drive, came off the edge and went down to long leg. Good movement by the fielder on the boundary, limiting the batsman to 1.
He rifled in the return. Delicately played. Just the 1 again. So the Saffron strikers really wouldn't mind these singles, because it's going to limit these Clove challengers significantly.
Yes, they wouldn't worry too much about the singles.
Hey, relax.
Well, a replay will tell a better story. There's very little we can do to sort of break down what just happened there. A replay with all the sound and the excitement will tell a story. It was almost like a movie. A loud nick. There's a... Not taking anything. I thought we heard something, Crony. But the umpire signal wide. Something nicked somewhere on the way through.
Yeah, we heard some noise, but I don't think he played it. But a bit of ill discipline shown there by Rondell John again. Trying to do too much, just a few deliveries. Did I say Rondell? Ryan John, sorry.
Rondell John is in the commentary booth. He's not outside there. He wouldn't want to be. Not at this stage, especially for the Clove challengers. This time he picks it up and plays it into the onside. The call is 2, and there will only be 1.
Yeah, I was making the point. Just a little bit of discipline there, trying to do too much bowling. short and running in and trying to do too much. At this stage, you just need to keep it tight with just a few deliveries to go. We have seen maybe 2 extra runs given.
This time he picks it up, but he balloons it into the offside, and Ryshawn Williams comes around and takes what can only be described as a sitter, and that's the end of him. He's gone. So Preston McSween looking to clear the boundary, only ballooned it into the offside, and Ryshawn Williams doing the tidying work.
Yeah, and, he really was left with no choice with just a couple of deliveries to go. And John, again, taking pace off that particular delivery. And McSween playing much too early and went up to cover. Simple catch taken at cover by Williams.
They've got 61 runs on the board, 5 wickets down, and 1 delivery remaining in this innings. And looks like Dana George will come out. He's padded up to come out and face 1 delivery. Still isn't sure whether or not he wants the helmet.
Yeah, apparently no one was prepared to, to come out with just one. Just 2 deliveries are remaining.
Too much. I'll give back. One ball here.
But have been the best batting display we have seen by Clove challengers.
He still has to finish his gear. In the meantime, the Saffron strikers look really relaxed in the field. No pressure. They've done all the hard work, especially inside the first 5 overs with the spinners, and the field has kept it really tight for them, not giving away anything much at all. And they've done pretty well, these Saffron strikers, to limit the Clove challengers for 61 for 5 to this point.
Yeah, I think it was all possible because of maybe the strategy they used in starting with spin. And as that first wicket was picked up with the first delivery, they continued to pile on the pressure.
Final delivery of the innings. Getting a little bit onto it, something onto it, and we'll take 1, a comfortable 1. And that's the end of that. At the end of the innings, where the Clove challengers were sent in to bat after the Saffron strikers won the toss. The Clove challengers only able to come up with 62 for 5 from their allotted 10 overs.
Yeah, good performance by the Saffron strikers. Again, we have seen, well, let's say for the second time, the spin really would have taken charge. And
let's take a look at the batting there, because the batting card was really explosive at times. Lyndon Mason getting to 22, but he was really living dangerously for a number of times. He got to 22 with a number of lives. Darren Ned was caught Matthew of the bowling of Kem Charles, very first delivery of the innings. After that, Hazard went, caught at the wicket. Haston Jackson went leg before for naught. Shakim Charles, he's not out on 17. Preston McSween, caught in the deep, caught in cover actually, looking to go way down in the deep for 8. And Dana George not out on naught. And that's the story for the batting card for the Clove challengers. They had 13 extras in the bowling department, Crony. The pick of the bowlers, really, Kem Charles.
yeah, tremendous spell. 3 for 6 in 2 overs, really a dream start. Delaney had 2 overs, and he didn't pick up a wicket, went for 15. Cyrus with his 2 overs just went for 9, picked up 1 wicket. And Ryshawn Williams, he didn't pick up a wicket, went for 9. And Ryan John, 2 overs for 14 runs, picked up 1. And St. Paul 1 over for 3 runs. Really, all the bowlers, I think, would have held their own in terms of keeping things very tight. But would have been encouraged by the spin bowling. Kem Charles, we see, would have come on and really bowl well, kept it a little bit wide, asking the batsman to reach for it. But picking up that all-important wicket of Darren Ned first really would have given him the confidence. He really drive it home. And then we see the other spinners come on. Delaney came on, and he also should have picked up wicket. He bowled pretty well, not being able to pick up a wicket. But the important thing is that they kept it very tight. It was very difficult for the batsman to get off. And as such, really would have, kept Clove challengers really tight, not allowing them the freedom, and ended at really a good position, 62 for 5 in their 10 overs.
62 for 5, that's the story. The Saffron Strikers would need 63 runs to win. They would think that that's very gettable, and they will have the opportunity to go out and have a go at it. And when they do that, we will come right back for the chase, because this is an interesting one. We've seen what low totals, the threat that low totals can pose in this tournament. We've seen it so far. We've seen it a number of times, and who knows what's in store as we get down to the second innings, the innings where the Saffron Strikers will be heading to the crease to rack up 63 runs for victory. Join us in a few minutes when we'll be back with the chase.
And welcome back to the National Stadium. Dream 11 Spice T10 Eliminator 1. Saffron Strikers against Clove Challengers. We would have seen quite a good performance by the Saffron Strikers, limiting Clove Challengers to 62 for 5. Really will be an uphill task for the Clove Challengers if they're going to limit Saffron Strikers to under 62 for victory in this all-important game. Really, Clove Challengers will be up against it as they try to limit the Saffron Strikers. Good afternoon, Ryan. Rondell.
Hi, good afternoon, Mr. Kearney, and good afternoon to viewers. And again, we know it's an uphill task. A lot will depend on the start that McSween, as we see him now.
Push Jung to backward square. First delivery. Bowled by Preston McSween.
Yeah, but a lot will depend on him. Mikel Dubisset. I think they have a pretty good bowling unit. It means that they're a bit under the pressure. You have Darren Ned, you have the likes of Dana George. These guys can really bowl well. We have seen that the Clove Challengers, they're more of a bowling unit. But if they have a good start and can really pick up wickets, as we keep saying, wickets in T10 is the best way to really keep a team down, you know. Once they can pick up wickets, they'll be all right.
Benjamin get a really good delivery by McSween. Good link, and ball really calling back in. John, as you rightly said, I think it's pretty clear. You look at the teams and you look at the bowling of Clove Challengers. Really a good bowling attack. But the batting has really let them down. The likes of Darren Ned. Okay, this delivery is staying down a bit as Benjamin looking to pull and taking somewhere in the mid-race. In case it goes down for another single.
Yeah, but the challengers, they would need to keep pressure, not allow the batsman to use their arms, not give them any sort of freebies. Once they can sustain pressure out there, it means that there's an opportunity to pick up the wickets.
Another single ball pitched up. So it's 3 without a loss. Saffron Strikers. And they are attempting to get a small score of 63 for victory. We have seen that the Saffron Strikers are really started with spin and did create some pressure, but we see Clove Challengers starting with their fast bowling. Seems somewhat easy with the ball coming off the fast bowlers. Probably really easier to play, and they are doing it in singles so far.
Yeah, and they will have to be careful. The approach that they use, that's the Saffron Strikers. You do not want to, really start too slowly that you have to always be making up. So they need to really keep an eye out, for the boundaries and try to make sure that they get a good positive start.
Good delivery by McSween. Push back on the offside. Good tight over. Just 4 runs from the first over. But I think more importantly, Saffron Strikers will want to make sure that they doesn't lose much wicket in a power play.
Yeah, that is a cause for concern. They must be concerned because what we've seen, especially from the first innings of this game, is that during the power play, you can lose quick wickets because the field is in. Once you're not getting the connections and not playing the shots that you need to, definitely the opportunity would come. So they want to make sure that they keep the wickets in hand, but yet still keep the score board, at least taking over, keep up or above the run rate as much as possible. Right now, you're starting a game with a run rate of at least 6.5. You do not want that to get up to 10.
So Dubiset will pick up the attack from the River Road end or the southern end of the ground. And we know Dubiset really for his variation and guile. And they will be hoping to pick up wickets early, and that probably is the only chance. They will have to pick up wickets early. And Benjamin will be important for Benjamin to stay. They need someone just a bat through. Gain ball, he's seeking somewhere high up on the pad. Good delivery. Again, pace off, ball pitching and moving away from the left-handed Benjamin.
Yeah, again, Dubiset always a threat, always asking questions of the batsman, and Benjamin will want to make sure that he plays him, well, and that's what I'm saying. The Clove challengers have a unit that can really restrict run scoring. What is important is that the fielders need to back them up. They need to keep the pressure on the batsmen. Don't give them anything where they can free their arms, where they can, really bash it around, and make sure that the dot balls especially are built up. And here, this would build pressure.
Yeah, they really wouldn't want them to get off to a fast start. Again, a good length delivery. So the leg side field is short, fine leg, and back was square, really fine. Mid wicket on the boundary and a mid on, so quite some gaps on the onside. Pull to mid wicket and the fielder comes off the boundary. Okay, another single. Well, similar field that has been set by the Saffron strikers with fielders right on the boundary on the leg side, giving a lot of space on the leg side. So you bat sensibly and you push it, you could always pick up 2 runs.
Yeah, and really a good tactic because you bowl. Most of the teams tend to bowl the ball a bit wider off the off stump, and so if you have to make a really good shot, you have to be able to control it well. If you're going to go into the leg side, it must be controlled well, and then it makes for you closing the bat face, and once that bat face is closed, you never know where the ball will end up. So definitely a good ploy by the Clove challengers.
It's 5 without loss. We are into the second over. They really will be hoping to pick up maybe 1 or 2 early wickets. Again, just been a little bit of bother there, as the Natram coming forward there and really turning him wrong a bit, taking the outside edge and go out on the offside.
Yeah, again, and this is what we're saying. So he's trying to access the leg side, and that one a bit slower by Dubiset, but there he was playing a little bit too early, rolling the wrist a little too early, and that one just bobbed out on the offside.
Turned fine. Good, really good stop by the fielder at short finally. Had to move quickly to his left and stop for what would have been a certain boundary.
Yeah, really good fielding there. Was quick to get down Andrew, and ensuring that he stopped that one.
Yeah, and they seem coming off the pad, and maybe that's why it traveled a bit slower. So leg by. Yitram is hitting, swinging this one, goes down to mid-wicket. The fielder is coming in and takes a really good catch. Good strike there. Again, Dubisset slowing it up, slower delivery. Natram looking for the big hit. And again, just hitting it down to mid-wicket where that easy catch was taken. The fielder down there coming up with that catch. Important wicket there, Natram being caught.
Yeah, again we see that the pressure of the bowler really keeping that ball outside the off stump. While it was short, he had to really tug it to get it to the leg side, and was not able to really get that sort of connection that he needed. And again, the pressure. I think the start has been really good by the Clove challengers, and Natram just looking to free his arm, just to free up there a bit. Maybe crash that one for 6, was not able to. It puts the game, after the second over, they're 7 for 2, pressure on.
But again, Rondell, really good field placement. And that fielder was placed down to mid-wicket. And as you said, slower delivery outside the off-stump. You're trying to swing across and would have played a bit too early. So you were not able to get the power to clear the mid-wicket fence. The fielder coming in and take a really good catch. But the placement of the fielder, I think, was really good in that he just had to come in a few steps and take a easy catch.
Yeah, again, you want to make sure that your fielders are in the right position, supporting the bowlers. And right there is a good example of the fielder supporting the bowler. You know, he had to judge it. He had to judge it well, because at one time it seemed like it was coming. Then he recognized and had to run in. But what is important, he kept his eye on the ball. And this is what, when your team, your bowling unit can really build pressure and keep pressure, it says that, you can restrict teams. So let's see how they approach from here.
So Natram again not being able to get off. One of the top players for the Saffron strikers. This ball is driven to extra cover, and we've seen, the fielders really seem to be geared up, rushing across there.
Yeah, Darren Ned right there in at short cover. Definitely, the fielders, once the ball goes within his vicinity, they would not want to take a chance, because he's a really good fielder, catches well, really fast over the ground. So definitely they want to be cautious.
Pitch up driven again. Net comes into play. Good shot by Benjamin. Over pitch. And have been able to pick the gap on the offside.
Yeah, again, Ned, you see him quickly down. He had to get down quickly, got down, and was quickly up, ready to throw. And that is the sort of energy that they will need throughout the 10 overs if they're going to restrict the Saffron strikers here today.
Yeah, good shot. Flowing shot by Benjamin. Again, stroked and stroked well back past the bowler, down to the boundary for 4. Really good shot. Nothing so difficult, just timing. He just got into the right position and stroked it nicely over mid-off for 4.
Yeah, again, overpitched, and Maxwin getting the treatment that one deserved. He has been bowling a pretty tight line, but going close to Gian, and again, Gian, being the sort of cricketer that he is, he's a really good timer of the cricket ball and made that one look really easy.
Yeah, we were delivery boldly by Maxwin, ball going down the leg side. But, really good shot by Benjamin, and you does not have to do anything rash. You play proper cricket, and really 62 really shouldn't create too much problems for you.
62 should not be much of a problem. I think they've had a much sedated start. I would have loved to see more balls going over the top.
Clip down to backward square and pick up a easy 2 runs. Well played by Benjamin. Was a slower delivery and got on top of it and played it down to that backward square position. Third man had some running to do to his right.
Yeah, Benjamin looks really good when he's timing the ball and really getting into the right positions to play the deliveries. And when he's playing on merit, he looks really, really good. He doesn't seem like he's really putting much effort when he plays properly.
This one goes down to third man. I think coming off the edge, Benjamin probably looking to hit it a lot squarer and taking the bottom of the bat and goes down to that third man area. 15 for 1 in third over.
Again, 15 for 1. Still, in my estimation, it's a pretty sedated start. It's relatively quiet, but the likes of Rashawn Williams is here now, and we know he likes to hit. He likes to put the willow to leather.
Hit straight just over the mid-off fielder and down to the boundary, you know, for a poet smashing for pitch up by Maxwell, and just went over the fielder. Jaron Noel there, I think probably went faster than he expected, and down to the boundary for a poet smashing for.
Yeah, again, good shot by Williams. It will, I think Noel had a lot to do if he was going to get to that one. Remember, he's up in the circle, and so definitely the height at which this one came back was just what was necessary. I think anything lower, it may have been a different story, because Noel would have been, you could see he almost got there. You know, fortunate for the batsman, he had to go up and not directly across.
Yeah, Noel was a bit too short there. A taller fielder really would have got hands to it. So he's 19 for 1 after 3. Dubisset going to come in for his second over. Just going for 2 runs in the first over. And he will be aiming to pick up another wicket. And Benjamin plays this one. Where does this go? Well, that's a superb shot. He gone for a power maximum. Picked it up from maybe, let's see, just outside the off stump. And hit it over mid-wicket really for 6, and tremendous timing there. Never really looked as it would have traveled so far.
Yeah, again, it's good timing. He was able to get into the position. The bat was well angled. I think he picked it really nicely and lifted it. There was no attempt to keep it down. He intended to go over the field and definitely get into the good result. So again, you see him. He has really good batsmanship.
He lofted superbly. That's gone for another maximum. Really good shot. The ball pitched up, and really it was in the slot. And Benjamin just put his foot across and hit it over long off another power maximum.
Yeah, again, this is what the pressure does. Going away, recognizing that he can get across, he can slog sweep you for 6, and Dubisset looking to readjust, missing that length there and going too close to Benjamin, who is able to just loft him over the long on region for another 6. Definitely, he's saying to Dubisset, once you miss your length, I'm going to be there to deal with that.
31 for 1, and we in over number 4. So important to get into the right position. And this one wide. It's so important to get into the right position. Now, if you're in the right position, you would realize it's just about timing and not power. That shot that was hit over long off really, you know, he basically just choked it.
Yeah, the foot came across really nicely and allowed him to be able to use the arms and get that power to get it over the ropes.
32 for 1, Saffron strikers. And looking to Cote Benjamin probably would be disappointed. Missed out on that one.
Yeah, I think this one he really tried to power it through the offside. And definitely this is the one that he would miss. Had he really gone for timing and maybe a little bit of placement, he just might have had a different result.
Yeah, you're certainly right. This one he really looked for power. All he needed was to come back and just tear it. Yeah, just a little bit wayward, Dubisset. So the field for Benjamin, short third man, backward point, square cover. An extra cover and a long off. In the short fine leg, backward square on the boundary mid wicket and a mid on. The attack from Dubisset is really just off stump or just outside the off stump. Looking to pull there. This one staying down. Load appeal. It might be interested to see have the opportunity of a replay there. Dubisset look very disappointed.
Yeah, he seemed disappointed, but again, a lot would depend on where the ball pitches. Now, this is the third delivery that Dubisset has bowled, so he still has some 3 deliveries to go. But you look at the fact that his first over went for 2, and so he's under a bit of pressure, and will want to the umpire to raise that finger there, because the sort of pressure that he's under now, anything that can go his way, he will really appreciate that.
Yeah, being hit for 2 sixes in the over, I guess. Hit through mid wicket for 4. Again, pitched up, and Benjamin probably wasn't looking to place it that way. But with a vacant mid wicket there, he was able to clear that mid wicket area. It seemed stretching a bit. Again, was slow delivery boldly by Dubisset, and had to reach for it. And the fact again that he played too early, he really had to drag it and got it down between that long on and mid wicket position for another fruit powered smashing 4.
Yeah, again, you give credit to the batsman. It's a really good delivery, because he what seemed to be beaten but was able to roll the wrist.
Again, he's looking to pull, and let's see where does this ball end up. Probably very close to the stumps, and that completes the over. But again, a slow delivery, and he's looking to pull really into the shot too early, and just coming off his body, and probably didn't pass far from the stumps.
Yeah, again, looking to get. I think looking at it here, yeah, didn't really get up as he wanted it to. But again, the slower delivery, just holding a little bit into the wicket. Benjamin looking to pull it around, looking for the power, not really, trying to keep his eye on that one. But he was looking to hit it again within the similar field placing that he did the 4 before. And so, again, missing out quite a...
So Maxwell completed spell 2 overs for 14 runs. Dubisset 2 overs for 20. Picked up the lone wicket. Hassan Jackson going to pick it up from this northern end, or commentator's boot end. 37 for 1 after 4 overs, with Williams on 4, Benjamin on 25. Has played a good hand so far, Benjamin. Hit 2 tremendous shots in the previous over. 2 maximum, 1 over long off, 1 over mid wicket. Jack, this is one hit superbly over square leg. Really a big 6 there as that ball short, and Williams getting into position and really hitting it high over backward square for a powered maximum.
Yeah, again, really outstanding shot there by Williams. What was important there is that he kept his eyes on it, because the ball did have a bit of inward movement, and was able to get underneath it and lift it over the square leg region for 6. I was just about to say that a lot would depend on Jackson here in terms of how the Clove challengers would end this game. We know that he can get wickets, two quick wickets here by him. Could really see some pressure added. You're now talking about the likes of Ryan John and Cyrus and so on coming in. Let's see what can happen.
Another ball hit down over square leg for another huge 6. Another powered maximum. This one just seemed to have slipped out and full down the leg side, and really hit away for another 6. And really another good shot played there by Williams.
Yeah, really, he got into that one. He didn't just hit it, he climbed into that one and really hitting it all the way. I'm not certain where it landed, but it went quite a long way. He got full connection onto that one. Again, good shot. We know Williams as a big hitter and is showing that he is really a big hitter.
Yeah, well, we see the third umpire coming out to replace the ball. Really, it went very far. Jackson with his pace, full down the leg side. But importantly, it is a position he find himself in. That first 6 that he hit, that he hooked for 6, really got into really good position. And there again, he came in and really picked it up. And it sailed over backward square for an even bigger 6, and really tremendous batting. 2 very good shots.
Yeah, 2 really, really outstanding shots by Sean Williams. And I remember him saying in an interview a couple of games prior to this, that they're here and they are willing to win this tournament. And so he has seemed to be taking the responsibility to make sure that they get as close to that total as possible in as quick time as possible.
Yeah, well, it probably would mean after this game there will be 3 teams. Either of them can win the tournament. Jackson, again, he's looking to pull. Again, just coming off 2 beautiful shots. No need to force that there, but you see him going across the off stump. Sometimes the judgment that you make, it's so important that you make really good judgment. But, and this one, he's looking to hook, it goes up, and the shot finally goes back and take a really simple catch. And we will be disappointed with the shot that you have played. This one short and not getting into position, looking to hit from outside the off stump, only able to get it up to that short fine leg. And Williams have to go.
Yeah, again, you see the difference between the 6 that he hit a while ago and this delivery, which was much wider off the off stump. So he had to fetch it to get it over to the leg side. And definitely that brings the downfall to him. So again, the bowler will feel that he really missed the trick there. Should have been more off stump, in terms of his deliveries. And that might have just saved his team some 12 runs.
Yeah, really. Well, yeah, poor judgment there by Williams, who really hit 2 beautiful shots for 6 at 49. Really was just sailing, and really there was no need to try to force. We have seen it the previous delivery. He got outside the off stump looking to pull a ball that was not short enough. And yet again, this was outside the off stump, bounced a bit more. And he again was looking to pull, and he probably could have just allowed it to go through outside the off stump, because there's no rush. We in the 5th over, and you just need 14 runs. Again, looking to force that shot that was not on.
Yeah, and he made an error in judgment there. Yes, it's T10, but I think being a batsman, you like to feel the bat coming off the ball, like to see it in the gap. You want to be out in the middle.
49 for 2. Ryan John get a short lifting delivery, get under it.
Again, Jackson, just that one really at the body of John, but one would want to ensure that he keeps it out. If he's going to bowl that shot, he needs to keep it outside the off stump, and really ask the batsman to reach it and not really give him where he can get inside and help it along.
So we see the short fine leg now have been put right back on the boundary. Another full toss hit down to mid-wicket. Let's see, taken down at mid-wicket, full toss, and played down to the man at backward square, who comes around and takes a really simple catch. And another footer dismissal. Ryan John really not troubling the scorers, being caught on the mid-wicket boundary of the bowling of Jackson. And the score moves remained at 49 for 3.
Yeah, again, John, delivery there for that shot. Definitely didn't hit it as powerfully as we know he can. He seemed to have been trying to pick the gap with the shot, and Gerard Noel running around taking a really good catch. I think it had enough time. It wasn't there long enough that he had enough time to come around. Maybe a little more power might have gotten it a little faster through the gap.
Well, I think it was also a slower delivery in that he seemed to have played a little bit too early. He looked casual. And but I think because it was a slower delivery, you know, he got it down to into that position. But 49 for 3, you just lose two important players.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. If you can pick up 2 quick wickets there, just as he has done. Now you look at the equation and it seems so heavily favored by the batting team, but just a bit of pressure here, or maybe the wicket of Benjamin, who is out there and well set, we could see a different complexion. While we know that St. Paul and Cyrus, who's still in the hut, who tends to hit the ball pretty well, but just being able to get some dot balls in and really change the dynamics of the equation, could see a wobble by the Saffron strikers, or even a little toppling by the Clove challengers.
So Jackson picked up 2 in his first over. He went for 12, 2 sixes. Gerard Noel, first delivery outside the off stump, again off spin, and he's bowling the right arm around the wicket to left-handed Benjamin. Again, keeping him quiet there as he's pushed back on the onside.
Yeah, again with the off spin, you have to generate a bit more power than with the piece bowling.
Benjamin looking to play the reverse sweep there. Again, no need for, it's just we into the 6th over and just 14 runs needed.
Yeah, again, but it's the dot balls, I think this is where the problem is, the fact that there are some dot balls being bowled. No batsman in T10 really wants to face too many dot balls.
Just call for sensible batting. Cut but straight to the backward point. Again, short delivery, and probably would have missed out there.
Yeah, again, good outstanding over so far by Noel. Really mixing and matching, looking to change his pace, change his length ever so often, change the line. Again, faster and flatter.
It's 49 for 3. We just one delivery to complete the 6th over. Benjamin on 25. Yeah, come forward, push it back. Really good over by Gerard Noel. Just actually, it's a maiden over. Really came back there and really, keep it very tight.
Yeah, again, good over. Again, sensible batting by Gian Benjamin, ensuring that you have enough ball. The equation is not too high, so he has played really sensibly. But you do not want to, rack up too much of that. What will be needed now from the Clove challengers is a double strike again, where you can remove at least Benjamin and maybe get St. Paul out, or Anil, who can play a few. If you can get these 2 wickets, is always the best way to restrict the team and to have them, under pressure. So if they can pick up 2 more quick wickets here, again the complexion changes.
49 for 3, 6 overs completed. Jackson, who picked up 2 wickets in his first over, it's going to continue to bowl to the right-handed Anil Matthew. Ball just coming off the pad, the Ambler single. Just singles would do it, so there really is no rush. 50 for 3 and 6.1 overs.
Yeah, and definitely the Clove challengers will really be feeling a bit frustrated knowing that they only scored 63. I think maybe a little 15, 20 runs more, they might have had a better sniff at this.
Yeah, and we would have seen the scores of 80 and above, you know, creating, you know, a lot of problem. Teams have been able to make it. But I would think, you know, 63 really is not the kind of score that would give you anything to play with. Good delivery by Jackson, leaving the left-handed Benjamin as he probably looked to steer it down, and it just moved away from him.
Yeah, you see him really just slow back, pull back a bit, and looking to maybe just play a little bit more on merit. Gian Benjamin, before the fall of these two quick wickets, might have looked to crash that one through the point region.
Good lifting delivery by Jackson. Benjamin not looking to be attacking. That ball really came quickly to him and lifting. He just had to push it down. Jackson.
Yeah, it will seem a bit all easy out there, but definitely pressure can work in their favor.
Played a short cover again, ball pitched up. One more to Benjamin, it takes him to 26, 51 for 3.
Yeah, with a current run rate of 7.65, everyone will, you know, look to give the game to the Saffron Strikers. But again, the Clove Challengers have been that team that just always willing to fight.
Down the leg side. We know this is a game of glorious uncertainties, but is there any possibility that Clove Challengers could pull this one off?
Yeah, there is lots of possibility. As we always say, there is just one ball to out a batsman, and sometimes the worst ball in cricket gets some of the biggest wickets.
52 for 3. And Jackson again keeping it tight, ball being pushed back.
Yeah, I think the Saffron Strikers do not. Again, I often warn you don't want to get too comfortable, thinking that you have enough balls, and then it begins to dawn on you, hey, I need to do something different to get off the strike.
Hit straight back, dropped by Jackson. Again, casually putting his right hand to it, but really that's a return catch. We really think that he should have held back to his right, you know, and just casually just puts out his right hand. Again, chance going up big in 53 for 3 after 7 overs.
Again, bowler going one way, having to react. Maybe wasn't really looking for that ball to come back at him. But again, you see what I was just saying. Now, had he taken that, it means that another wicket has fallen, and a new batsman coming in. New batsman means that you have to restart again.
So 10 runs needed from 18 deliveries. Noel, who would have just conceded, well, have not conceded a run in his first over. Paying a particular attention to the field placement, as that field has been pushed right back at point. And this ball goes on. He has some running to do, comes around, and they come back for a second run. A good run in there by both Benjamin and Matthew. Matthew looking for the big drive and the ball coming off the outside edge. Go down to third man. More backward point. .55. Some change in the field now. Another fielder is placed on the offside. Fine third man.
Nothing. Oh.
Stroke down to long off.
Yeah, good sensible cricket by Matthew. He understands that it's just a matter of getting off the strike, not really allowing the dot balls. So again, the equation favoring Saffron strikers.
Yeah, just 7 runs needed, 16 deliveries.
Yeah, you're good.
As you see the leg side field, really a lot of gap. We have seen that in this match. This ball is driven down to the cover field on the boundary. Again, good shot by Benjamin, really getting into position and playing it really nicely down to that cover field on the boundary.
Yeah, ensuring that he does what's needed. Good sensible batting, no unnecessary risks. Just making sure there's no pressure.
Hit straight. Let's see, the long on comes around and they come back for 2 runs. Again, good running. Ball pitched up by Noel and just hit over his head. And there was some work for the long on fielder to run to his left.
Yeah, again, Noel changing the length of most of his delivery so far in this over.
.59 for 3. And Matthew just seemingly gets in there. It looked really closer than we expected.
Yeah, a little bit more power on that throw might have spelled a different result.
This one is hit down to square leg, goes down to the boundary for power 8, smashing 4, and which takes the score on to 63 for 3. And Matthew moves to 11, probably just to confirm. And it does seem so that's a victory target. Really a convincing win by Saffron strikers. Really having bowled well and really come back and the umpires just confirming the total. Now they have confirmed the total is right, 63 for 3. Saffron strikers winning this one by 7 wickets.
Yeah, good win for the Saffron strikers. It means that they're inching closer and closer to having some silverware in the third edition of the Spice Isle T10. They will need to continue to work in the manner that they have worked today. Good sensible cricket, making sure that they do the basics right, and definitely once they continue in that vein, they have a chance in terms of ensuring that they pick up some silverware.
Yeah, it's so important that this critical game, it's a knockout game. It was a vital game for both teams, and we have seen a change of strategy of the Saffron strikers in that they came out and actually started with spin, and we realized that they would have bowled some 7 overs of spin and really put pressure on the Clove challengers, who really never got off, even though they would have changed their batting order to have Ned up at the front. Losing that big wicket, I think, was really crucial for the Clove challengers.
Yeah, again, you look at strategy, and a strategy of having one of your best hitters of the cricket ball coming in early and asking him to maybe play a different role could sometimes be, difficult. And so I think losing him so early put a lot of the batsmen under pressure, and they came out, everyone was hoping that maybe if he had gotten off, the score might have been a bit different. but that is still hope. And once that doesn't happen, it means that you're behind the 8 ball, and you have to begin from there.
So the first wicket to go was Steve Natram. He was caught by Mason, bowled to be set for 2. He faced 5 deliveries and just lasted for 9 minutes. GM Benjamin and played really a tremendous inning, not out 27, 28 deliveries. He had 2 fours and 2 sixes. Richon Williams, he was caught by Dubisset Bull Jackson, 16, and he really started well. Hit two really beautiful shot for 6. So he had 2 sixes in his stay of 15 minutes in the crease. Ryan John, really, he didn't last very long, just 2 deliveries. He went without scoring. He was caught by Noel bowled by Jackson, and Anil Matthew not out 11. Benjamin 27 not out, convincing win by the Saffron strikers 63 for 3. Max Sween had 2 overs for 14. Dubisset 2 overs, 1 for 20. Hassan Jackson in his 2 overs, 2 for 16. And Gerard Noel just 1.5 overs, and he went for 10. Really, we have seen again, the batting of the Saffron strikers. Again, that's an area where really they would be hoping for things to be better. It was not what they expected, but certainly went on to get a victory which was required. 63 for 3, winning by 7 wickets, and really qualifying for the next round. I think Kerry Sherin is ready for us. Let's go down to you, Sherry's. So we're going to give her a moment, not quite ready yet. But again, the batting still does not seem to be coming on well with both teams. Saffron strikers. We know the batting of Natram and so forth really haven't come on. And to me, that's a weak area of probably most of the team. The batting, they're not as batting as good as they can.
I think the teams, they're equally balanced in terms of their batting. They possess quite a bit of firepower, especially you look at the Saffron strikers lineup with Stephen Natram and Gian Benjamin, Richon Williams, Ryan John. You have Darius Cyrus. You have Javel St. Paul, who has been striking it really well. Now these guys can't they can't clear the boundary easily, and so they would need to just settle, focus, and they just might create an upset.
Okay, so I think Sherry's ready for us. Over to you.
Thank you. At the end of the Eliminator 1 between Saffron Strikers and Clove Challengers, we saw Saffron Strikers getting the better of Clove Challengers and advancing to play qualifier number 2. To start off the Power Aid presentation ceremony, we would now like to award the player with the best economy rate. So the Power Aid award for the most economical bowler goes to Kem Charles. Kem Charles would have bowled 2 overs for 6 runs, and he also picked up 3 wickets and had an economy rate of 3. And now we move to the Power Aid Top Striker Award. The Power Aid Top Striker Award will be jointly held today between Ryshon Williams and Gian Benjamin of Saffron Strikers, who both hit 2 sixes in their outing today.
All right, gents, well done. Big and tall. And short. All right, good job.
And the Power Aid Player of the Match goes to Kem Charles, who bowled 2 overs for 3 runs and picked up 3 wickets, really helping his team in restricting the batting of Clove Challengers.
Congrats, player of the match. Well done.
Okay, Kem, congratulations on your performance today. A very important game for Saffron Strikers. How does it feel coming out on top?
First off, I want to thank God for giving me the opportunity to come out here and play.
Very much, and all the best for the remainder of the competition.
Thanks.
There you have it, the Power Aid Player of the Match, Kem Charles.
Deservedly so, John. I think he really deserved. He made a difference coming on and picking up 3 wickets in the spell of 2 overs.
Well, again, you look at Kem Charles, leading wicket taker from previous season. He seemed to have taken a while to come into the tournament in terms of his bowling, but as you look at him, he's getting better and better. You know, he's able to really control the ball well and put it in good areas, ask the batsmen to come after him. And definitely, once he continues like that, then it means that the Saffron strikers, they would have a bit of firepower that they can depend on.
So we have the conclusion of match number 1. Saffron Strikers defeating Clove Challengers by 7 wickets. And now awaits another big game that will come probably at 2:30, probably in the next 40 minutes or so. We probably would be ready to bring you that encounter. Really important one between Bayleaf Blasters and Nutmeg Warriors. So until then, we're going to take a break, probably, have some fruit or poade, maybe some lunch, and do hope that you join us just in probably about next half an hour.
But when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me, yes, I can. Whenever you're in need, yes, you can. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever your road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever your road leads, we'll make your dreams come true.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.